June 15th, was the halfway point of my trip. I had been there for 2 weeks and I still had 2 weeks to go. And I do think it was one of my highlight days because I took the Shinkansen from Osaka to Hiroshima, where I spent several hours exploring the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park, learning about the impact of the atomic bomb that was dropped in August of 1945, which was very poignant to me because I have been teaching about World War II and the Holocaust for 14 years. So to finally see the actual place that I had spoken about and places I had showed pictures, it really moved me, especially to see the atomic dome. And then I also got to try some Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki, which was absolutely delicious. Finally got a 7-Eleven smoothie and then took the Shinkansen back to Osaka, but my day wasn't over yet. After I arrived back in Osaka, I made my way over to the Teamlab Botanical Gardens to explore the artwork at night. And it was absolutely stunning. I took some beautiful photos and videos. So come along with me on the journey of this day that was full of a lot of history, a little bit of learning, and many memories. Alright, today is Sunday, June 15th, and yes, it's Father's Day. And I am currently riding the Shinkansen to Hiroshima. I'm so excited to finally be going to see everything. You know, I've been teaching about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, World War II, and the Holocaust for going on 15 years now, and of course studying as a student myself. So I feel like it's going to be very meaningful and powerful to see the Peace Dome that's still standing from the bombing and to truly feel the impact of what was done in World War II. Of course, I will show you some of the train journey as we go along, and since it is a Shinkansen, it's common to get snacks or a bento or something. So here's what I got. I got a variety of sandwiches, so it looks like there's some eggs, some ham, maybe some beef and chicken, and then I saw this is special for the Expo 2025, and it's their version of Diet Pepsi, but in a peach flavor, so I'll be trying that in a little bit. And then I also Hiroshima, and I've taken the streetcar to the nearest stop, but I still have to walk to the Peace Museum. Word of advice: leave earlier than what you originally planned, because Google Maps may say it takes 2.5 hours. It takes more. And there it is, y'all. There is the dome. Let me zoom out a bit.
That is the remaining standing building from when we bombed Hiroshima. I'll go to that side next. Right now I'm going to go to the Peace Park and the Memorial Museum. But I can't believe I'm standing here and seeing this, and that it stood the test of time. So this is the monument that stands in honor of all the children who've died due to leukemia and other cancers that were caused by the radiation from the bombing. Which, I mean, it's hard to believe that we did that, and we were trying to end the war, but it led to more than what we could have ever expected to happen. These are the paper cranes that were folded in memory of each and every one.
Where did you put your
So this is the park. It looks like they began construction in 1950 and it was completed in 1954, so 9 years after the bombing. And it's just kind of a place where you can celebrate peace and prayer. And then, of course, there's the museum, which I'm working my way towards. I mean, it looks like the museum opened in 1955. That there that you can see in the distance is the Flame of Peace. It was completed on August 1st, 1964, and it symbolizes the desire to have a world full of nuclear weapons, which, thinking about what's going on in today's history and the battles between Iran and Israel makes this even more poignant that we do need a world without nuclear weapons. Because while they may have done what we think is good, in the long run, they just caused more damage. So I just got done going through the Hiroshima Memorial Museum. I didn't film a lot in there because it didn't feel right to film in some of it. Some of it I just feel is something that needs to be experienced in person. You know, the stories, the testimonies, some of the images were incredibly graphic, but it also it felt very moving to hear the stories. Again, I understand why the bomb was dropped and what, in essence, some people may say good it did in ending World War II, but at the same time, it came at a heavy, heavy cost. When I looked at what Hiroshima used to be like, and then I heard the stories, you know, of the people with the burns and the skin and the children who were just at school, and then the orphans that they became, and then of course the things that happened years later, it just, I don't know, it touched me and it moved me in ways I knew it was going to, like any memorial would, but it was a very, very poignant moment. I don't know how else to describe it. I do think that if you ever do come to Japan, you should absolutely come here, and also to Nagasaki, especially if you're American, because we should pay homage to the lives that were lost. And I'm not saying that Japan was innocent in everything. They weren't. But there were innocent people who were hurt. I am glad that I came, though. This is a memorial for all the lives that were lost because of the bombing. And it's very beautiful.
The bridge did stand. You don't look at the bridge.
This tower was erected by concerned families and friends to console the souls of these victims who sacrificed themselves for their homeland and who would have had a promising future had there been no war. This spiral concrete tower is 12 meters high and gradually widens as it rises. The exterior surfaces of the 5 tiers are finished with Aritayaki ceramic tiles. The sculpture depicts the goddess of peace, accompanied by 8 doves perched around the tower. On the center pole are lights offered to God in memory of the lives that were extinguished.
It's amazing that this is still standing. So I'm having Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki, which is a savory pancake, and they're cooking it right in front of me. This is so much fun. So I just finished having Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki, which is a savory pancake. It had soba noodles and the batter, and it had green onions and cabbage and bean sprouts. I think mine also had squid, and it had some pork, and I had some cheese. It was really good. So different than something that I'm used to, but
I give it a 5 out of 5. I think what also kind of made it great was I had this wonderful conversation with a Japanese woman. She was living in Tokyo, but she'd also been living in Canada, so we were able to have a conversation mostly in English, which was great because, as we all have found out from this trip, I still have a lot more. Alright, so I am back in Osaka and I'm walking through Nagai Park, which is absolutely beautiful, by the way. In fact, I'm next to a playground right now. It's got some climbing devices for the little ones. I actually wouldn't mind climbing that myself. And it looks like it's got some slides, 1 or 2 swings. There's a ton of people walking their dogs, riding bikes, playing games, and I saw a lady walking a pig. Like, really, a literal, good-sized pig. It's crazy. You know, I just thought of one thing that I forgot, and I'm probably going to end up regretting that. Bug spray, insect repellent. I didn't get any. Fingers crossed I don't get too ate up here, but it'll still be worth it.
That comes to life when the sun sets. At night, Nagai Botanical Garden and its seasonal flora turn into an art space created by Teamlab. The artworks here transform interactively through the actions of the people in the space. When people touch or get close to some of the artworks, the color of light and sound transform and spread continuously across the space. Flowers and other plants are part of the artworks. Experience a world where nature in its natural state becomes art. Check the venue map. Stand close to the artworks to read their descriptions. Take home a part of the artwork. Please refrain from using flash. There are dark areas and unpaved passageways. Please be aware that you may be asked to leave if you make loud noises, handle the artwork roughly, or disturb other visitors. There is no set route. Please walk around freely. We hope you enjoy Teamlab Botanical Garden.
Thank you for waiting. Please proceed.
So sorry.
sometimes you have to stand still and it goes over a time span. Those are the others.
This area is the concrete and abstract secondary forest interests. When you step inside this space, a new set of lines is born and spreads across the space, and the combination turns the trees into flattened layers. So you literally become one, and then there's all these hopping bunnies. So this area is called the Forest of Autonomous Resonating Life, Eucalyptus. The densely packed ovids of light standing in the eucalyptus park are autonomous. When an ovid is pushed over by people moving through or blown down by the wind, it raises back up as the color of its light changes and emits a tone specific to that color. The surrounding ovids respond, one after another, resonating and emitting the same tone and light color. When the wind is not blowing and the people nearby are not interacting with the ovids, their lights begin to blink slowly. Oh. Just like the other Teamlabs, this one is just as amazing. The technology, the lights, the colors. I love the fact that it's at dark and in this beautiful garden. Of course, you have to watch your step, though. Though they're not in the air, the lanterns in the water almost remind me of the Lantern Festival from Tangled. They've got that same kind of bioluminescence in the night. Well, I finished at the gardens, and it was quite nice. I will admit, though, that I prefer Teamlabs Planets and Teamlabs Borderless. I felt that they were larger and more immersive, but the garden's only open for 2 hours, so it makes sense that it couldn't be quite as large, so that they could get everybody through it. If you're in Osaka, I still recommend giving it a shot one night. It's something fun to do, and it was only $14.